Let me ask you something, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you living, or are you just existing? Because here's the harsh reality. Most people maybe even you right now, are not truly alive. They wake up, scroll their phone, drag themselves to a job they hate, complain about their life, come home tired, eat, sleep, repeat the same cycle over and over again. That's not living, that's dying slowly. And if you're nodding your head right now, if your heart is racing because you know this is you, then listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you could flip your entire life upside down. We live in a world where comfort is worshipped. Everything is designed to make your life easier. Fast food, next day delivery, endless entertainment, a soft bed, a warm blanket. And listen, I'm not saying comfort is evil, but here's the problem. Comfort becomes a trap. It whispers to you every single day, stay right here. Don't risk, don't try, don't fail. And that whisper is the reason millions of people die at 25 but aren't buried until 75. I'll give you a picture. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff. On one side is the life you're living right now, safe, predictable, boring. On the other side is the life you dream of, success, freedom, meaning, passion. And the only thing between those two worlds is one step. But you never take it. Why? Because comfort tells you don't jump, don't try. It's dangerous. That's why I say comfort is more dangerous than fear. Fear at least wakes you up. Fear pumps adrenaline through your veins. Fear says something is at stake here, but comfort tucks you in, kisses you on the forehead, and slowly kills your dreams. Now, let me tell you a story. I once met a man in Chicago. He was in his 40s, sitting across from me, eyes heavy, spirit broken. He said, "David, I don't hate my life, but I don't love it either. I just exist." Those words shook me, because here was a man who wasn't poor, who wasn't sick, who had everything society told him to chase, and yet he felt empty. Why? Because he was stuck in the most dangerous prison of all, the prison of comfort. And maybe you're in that same prison right now. You don't hate your life, but you don't love it either. You're just existing. That's the enemy. That's what's killing your potential. Here's the good news. Prisons have doors, and every prison has a key. The key to breaking free is taking action while you're uncomfortable, not waiting for the perfect time, not waiting until you feel ready. Because let me tell you something, you'll never feel ready. Success doesn't wait for permission. Greatness doesn't show up at your doorstep wrapped in a box. You have to step out. You have to risk. You have to fail, and then you have to get back up again and again and again. So I'll ask you again, are you living, or are you just existing? Because if you keep listening, I'm going to show you how to break free from that invisible prison and step into the kind of life that most people only dream about. Now, let's talk about why most people never escape that invisible prison. It's not because they're weak. It's not because they're not smart enough. It's not even because the world is unfair, though yes, the world can be brutal. The real reason people stay stuck is this: they underestimate the price of doing nothing. See, when you fail, you feel the pain immediately. You try a business, it collapses, you lose money, boom, the pain is there. You ask someone out, they reject you, boom, the pain is there. But when you do nothing, the pain is silent. It creeps in slowly, year by year. You don't notice it until one day you wake up at 40, 50, 60 and realize you wasted your potential. That's the most expensive bill you'll ever pay, the cost of regret. Let me paint a picture. Imagine standing at your own funeral. Imagine watching people gather around your coffin, whispering about the life you lived. And imagine realizing in that moment that you had books inside you that were never written, songs that were never sung, businesses that were never started, love that was never expressed. That's regret. And regret is heavier than any failure you'll ever face. I want you to feel this, because if you don't feel the weight of regret now, you'll carry it later. And by then, it'll be too late. But here's the twist. You don't have to live that way. You can flip the script. You can write a different story. History is full of ordinary people who made extraordinary decisions. Think about Thomas Edison, thousands of failed experiments before the light bulb. Think about J.K. Rowling, rejected 12 times before Harry Potter changed the world. Think about Colonel Sanders, rejected by over 1,000 restaurants before KFC became global. What made them different? Not talent, not luck, but the willingness to look failure in the face and say, "You don't scare me." And I know what you're thinking, but what if I try and it doesn't work? Listen carefully. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. Every scar on your body, every heartbreak, every rejection, every late night and early morning, those are not signs you're losing. Those are proof you're in the arena, proof you're alive, proof you're moving. Let me give you an example you'll never forget. In Japan, there's a tradition called kintsugi. When a bowl breaks, they don't throw it away. They repair it with gold. And the cracks, instead of being hidden, are highlighted. The bowl becomes more valuable because of its scars. That's you. Your failures, your scars, your broken pieces, they're not things to be ashamed of. They are the gold that makes you priceless. So the next time you're afraid to start, remember this: you're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of being judged. You're afraid people will laugh. You're afraid they'll talk behind your back. But let me tell you something. They're already talking. People will always talk. If you succeed, they'll envy you. If you fail, they'll mock you. If you do nothing, they'll ignore you. So why not give them something unforgettable to talk about? Here's the bottom line. You can't outsmart pain. You can't avoid failure. You can't dodge hardship. But you can choose which pain you want to live with, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to ask yourself, what pain am I choosing today? Because whether you like it or not, you're going to feel pain. The question is, will it be the pain that builds you or the pain that breaks you? And if you've stayed with me this far, it means something inside you is awake. Something inside you knows you're meant for more. And in the final part of this message, I'm going to show you how to unlock that power, how to step into your true potential, and how to make your life a story worth telling. Now listen carefully, because this is the part where everything changes. Up until now, you've been living with the brakes on. You've been carrying excuses like a backpack full of bricks: too heavy, too tired, too late, too risky. But here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the story you keep telling yourself. Think about it. The story you repeat every single day: I'm not good enough. I don't have the right connections. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. That story is not protecting you. It's suffocating you. And the day you decide to change that story, the day you decide to say, I'm enough, I'm capable, I'm worthy, I will not stop, that's the day your life begins to transform. Because greatness isn't about never falling. It's about never staying down. Let me give you a picture you'll never forget. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is the life you've always known, safe, predictable, but small. In front of you is a leap, scary, unknown. But on the other side of that leap is everything you've ever wanted: freedom, purpose, joy, legacy. Most people spend their entire lives standing at the edge, staring, waiting for the fear to disappear. But fear never disappears. It's always there. The question is, will you jump anyway? Because the truth is, the wings only appear after you jump. History will not remember you for what you dreamed about. It will remember you for what you dared to do: the books you never wrote, forgotten; the songs you never sang, lost; the business you never started, buried; the love you never gave, gone. But the courage to act even when you're terrified, that's what echoes for generations. So I'm asking you right now, what kind of legacy are you going to leave? When your story is told, because it will be told, will it be a story of fear or a story of fire? And here's the secret. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to begin. Take the first step, write the first page, record the first video, start the first business, have the first conversation, do it badly, do it scared, do it messy, but do it. Because the world doesn't need another critic, another excuse, another person hiding their light. The world needs you, your voice, your ideas, your courage, your contribution. And if you hold back, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you're robbing not only yourself, but also the people who need your gift. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, live as if your future self is watching, because one day they will. And the question they'll ask is simple. Did you rise or did you run? Choose to rise, choose to fight, choose to burn so brightly that the world cannot ignore you. And if this message lit a fire inside you, if something inside you is awake right now, don't let that flame die. Hit that subscribe button, not for me, for you, because this channel is more than just videos. It's a movement, a family, a place for people who refuse to settle, who refuse to give up, who refuse to die with their dreams still inside them. So join us, subscribe, stay connected, and let's walk this road together, because your best chapter hasn't been written yet. And I promise you, when you decide to write it, the whole world will read it.